Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, we are online with you with this breaking news. State officials have confirmed patients at 3 local pediatricians' offices may have been exposed to tuberculosis. We're told one healthcare associate working at those offices was unknowingly infected. Let's bring in Dr. Frank McGeorge to see exactly where things stand right now.
Well, Karen, because of privacy reasons, the state health officials will only confirm that a worker was diagnosed with pulmonary TB and is receiving treatment and is not currently working. All other associates and the providers at the practice have been tested and do not have active tuberculosis. Now, the healthcare worker worked at Lakeview Pediatrics and its Ascension Medical Group Michigan locations in Macomb Township, Rochester, and St. Clair Shores. Patients may have been exposed between April 1st, 2019 and January 9th of this year. Everyone who may have been exposed is being encouraged to get tested. Now, Ascension has specifically identified patients that were seen at the specific offices and at times when the infected healthcare worker was present, and they are sending more detailed notifications to those people. Testing is being offered at no cost. Now, I really want to emphasize, as a doctor, anyone who is at these offices and gets notification that they may have been exposed absolutely needs to get tested. Remember, the highest risk groups are in fact pediatric children, babies, and young children. And so this is a bacterial infection that is completely treatable, that is spread through the air from person to person, and many people who basically may have become infected may not have any symptoms at first. The skin test is the easiest way to identify people early on, and that's why we really encourage everyone to get in and get tested as quickly as possible.
And these people are being notified?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know you'll stay on top of it. We'll have an update for everyone tonight at 5.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Doc. So you can imagine this news is very disturbing for the many families that have visited the locations where that employee had been working. Ascension has set up a call center to set up tests and also answer your questions. Local 4's Paula Tutman has been outside the pediatrics office in Macomb Township and joins us now with the latest. Paula.
Yeah, hi, Karen. Some very important finer points to what Dr. McGee is saying, because while Ascension says that it is sending out emails and letters to parents, I've been at this facility all day long. I've talked to numerous parents, and I can tell you that very few say that they have gotten or noticed notification. This is a very busy practice with 3 locations. This one in Macomb, one in Rochester Hills, one in St. Clair Shores. As Dr. McGee said, the State Health Department and Lakeview Pediatrics confirmed that there was a staffer who was tested positive for tuberculosis. Now, it does stem from an active case of TB that was tracked backwards to these facilities. Facilities, not facility, facilities. Now, the window of potential exposure is between April of last year and January 9th of this year. That's a 9-month window. And the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services is only sounding the alert today. Apparently, Ascension Medical Group, they're the ones who own this practice. They say they're sending out these letters, but I have to tell you, we found visiting patients today that say they just haven't gotten them or answers they need today.
Well, at first they didn't want to give me, the receptionist didn't want to give me any information or give me, really, she couldn't say much. She was probably instructed to do that. So
is that okay with you though?
Well, no, that's why we stayed out in the hallway and then we got a room right away. We didn't wait. And then when we got in, there was another employee who gave us more information about what was going on. So the receptionist.
Well, she made it very clear, like, is it safe for us to be here because we have a newborn baby?
Yeah, so you can certainly understand why parents are nervous. This is very, very important. If you are a patient, or your child, I should say, is a patient of Lakeview Pediatrics practice, and that's at any of the 3 locations, make sure you check your emails, make sure you check your spam, make sure you're checking your mail, your snail mail very carefully. Look for that seal that says Ascension. Because if they send you a notification that you were a patient or your child was a patient in that window of time, they will give you instructions on where you can go to get a blood draw and a TB test for that child at no cost to you. But you have to have that notification from this pediatrics group and Ascension. So it's very, very important for parents to actually dial into this and look for that email if their child is a patient here. Of course, we'll have more throughout our newscast. For now, I'll throw it back to you.
All right, thank you, Paula. You can review information about those pediatric offices we mentioned and the symptoms of tuberculosis online.